GBL. GBL is a chemical that is used in cleaning solutions and nail polish. However, this chemical isn't popular because of what it does to your floors or nails. It's used because your body actually turns GBL into something you've likely heard of, GHB, gamma hydroxybutyrate. GHB has been used for many things, both nefarious and personal uses. This drug is exceedingly popular within the club community due to its social and euphoric effects. In low doses, it's reported to have an alcohol-like effect, making people feel social, and in higher doses can make people feel hypersexual with almost no inhibitions. However, a huge danger of this drug is the dosing, because the response curve on this drug is exponential, meaning that if you just take 10% more of what would be considered a normal dose, you could have an overdose due to your body's exponential response to this compound. Unlike some of the other entries on this list, GBL is actually a Schedule 1 substance, although it has other purposes, so it is illegal in the US. But as you know, this doesn't mean that people aren't taking it. It is important to note that GBL and GHB are not the same, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using the information interchangeably as GBL turns into GHB in your body and has very similar effects. Some of the biggest risk factors associated with GBL is the fact that the dosage is small, meaning that only milliliters of this can get you high and even kill you, due to, like I mentioned, the exponential curve in response. Doing precise measurements in a club setting is not ideal and also not common, which makes a lot of room for danger. How this drug typically goes about killing its users during an overdose is simply by respiratory depression and slowed heart rate, either resulting in a coma or just straight up death. In more tame cases, this drug is only known to make you black out completely, remembering absolutely nothing, which is why it was used for very, very unsavory purposes. Not only will you not remember what happens after you pass out, but you likely won't remember what happened at all that entire night. GHB is extremely addictive, and most people that have taken this drug know somebody that has died because of this drug. I'm assuming most of you watching this video likely have some level of familiarity with this chemical, and may even be disappointed that this is the last entry on this list. But the reason why I wanted to have this entry on this list is because of an email that I got from a subscriber. This person found me because of this drug series and felt compelled to not only share a list of the craziest drugs that he's tried, but he also wanted to share his experience specifically with GBL, as he says it was his worst withdrawal experience ever. And he also wanted to share words of caution for the viewers, all of which I'm going to share now. English isn't their first language, so forgive the grammatical errors. It happened like 5 years ago when I met my girlfriend. We were both living in Berlin. We were most active in the clubbing scene. I was, prior to that, addicted to opioids, so I was interested in trying GBL for the first time. The first time I took it, it felt like a mix of benzos and a bit of MDMA. The second time I took it, I just fell asleep and woke up 10 hours later confused on how I fell asleep. That's what's common when you take too much GBL. You pass out. So then I started doing GBL every day.